Namaste. You're with Andrew and Vanessa at Yogi Moksha, and today we've got another functional yin practice for you. We'll be focusing on the upper body with extended posture holds and extended rebounds. You don't have to have props for this practice to enjoy it, but there are a few options where you might find it useful to have a block, maybe a bolster if you've got one. So coming to a comfortable seated position, you can have your legs crossed or just sat on a block, just relaxing somewhere you can get the spine nice and straight. And we'll just go for a couple of minutes of breathing just to bring our focus to our practice, into the room and back into ourselves. So bringing the eyes to a close if we're comfortable. Hands can be resting on the knees or just in front of us. Just allowing the breath to come naturally. We're not looking for a particular rhythm or pattern. Just let the breath move in and out, always through the nostrils during our practice, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, drawing the focus and the attention inward. Exhaling, releasing any tension. Just a couple more breaths now. And now just gradually blinking the eyes open, maybe looking down towards the mat before we straighten. And getting ready for our first posture. I'm just going to walk the hands behind. You can point the fingers towards the back of the room, or you can point them, I'll probably point them away from yourself, but if you want to try pointing them towards the body, you can see what that does to the stress. So walking back, until you find that first point of resistance, the edge up here in the shoulders. The easiest way to increase it a bit is just to maybe walk the hips forward a little bit. Pausing, as we had before, just using that pause to consciously relax the the muscles in the target area. So I want to be relaxing the muscles in both shoulders, and the upper back. And then we find our stillness. Just let the breath move in and out, inhaling and exhaling. And next inhale, just slowly bringing the arms up into a rebound, so lying flat on the back. Taking our opportunity to just review. So the target areas we've been working with here. So take your focus and your attention to those parts of the body. And just open the mind to the sensations that arise. A couple of breaths, maybe we're leaning to one side. So our next target area, we're going to be targeting the front of the body, so rectus abdominis and stomach up the front of the body. We're going to do that by starting with lying on our front. You might find it useful to have your bolster with you here. And maybe if we follow Vanessa into the initial posture, we're going to lie on our front. We're going to come up into what's sometimes called the Sphinx, so come up onto our elbows. And we'll do the right side first because it's easy to see with the camera. So we're going to bend that right knee and bring that up alongside us. Again, the position of the knee, forward, backward, the position of the ankle, in and out. It's entirely up to you. The important thing here, the target area is the rectus abdominis. So long as Vanessa is managing to optimise that stress there, that's all that matters. So coming into the posture, if you find that's not giving you enough stretch, there are a couple of options. You can come up onto a bolster, like so. Bringing the arms close together is going to lift the torso, so again that's going to give you more stress. So if you want less, you can simply spread the arms out a little bit more. Probably got a little bit of compression going on in the lumbar, base of the spine, sacrum, the lumbar, maybe even a little bit of an extension of the spine, depending whether you've got your head facing down or back. And now just straightening the leg, coming to the other side. So again, you don't have to do the same. You know, you might want to start, even if you're on a bolster, you might want to start with your hands on the mat, bringing the left knee out to the side. Searching for that first edge. Pausing and relaxing the target area muscles, the muscles in the right hand side, and the rectus abdominis at the right hand side in the front of the body. As you relax, you'll find that the posture opens up a little bit. If it does, you can make the decision yourself as to whether you want to go for a little bit more or stay where you are. If you want a little bit more, you can bring yourself up onto the bolster. You can even bring yourself up onto the hands, into a sort of a seal posture. And again, explore the position of the torso, and even the position of the head and neck. And just always coming back to the grounding of what effect is that having. If I move this, what is that doing to the target area? Remembering each yin, we only really want to be operating at 70% of our full range of motion. So we're putting all these options out there, but just listen to your own body. Pick an expression that suits you today and gives you the opportunity to enjoy deep and sustainable stress in the target area. Yeah, just gently coming back onto the elbows. And you can continue to lie on your front. We're going to be going for our rebound here. Arms and legs relaxed. So our rebound is the opportunity to just review the after effects of the target areas we've been working. Seeing what sensations arise there. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to work with the obliques next, so obliques down the side of the body, and we're going to do that with, we'll need a certainly a bolster and maybe a block as well. So again, we'll get maybe Vanessa to demonstrate getting in as we talk through it. So we've got a couple of options for placing the bolster. We're basically going to lie on our side, and we're going to lie on our side over the bolster. So we can place the bolster underneath the obliques, or we can place it a bit lower under the hips. And it really is just quite a personal thing as to where you get the best stress on the oblique on the upside. So if Vanessa demonstrates putting it in just under the oblique, just lying over. You can start with your knees bent, as Vanessa has. And just finding that first edge. Relaxing the muscles. Arm position again is up to you. Arms above the head is probably going to be more stress than less. So if you want less, keep them in close, but you can have either or both above. As we relax and the posture opens up a little bit, if we do want a little bit more stress, then we can start to straighten the legs. So we can straighten one or both of the legs. And if that's still not enough, then we can take that top leg back a little bit and almost roll back and open up the body a little bit, and that'll give us a different stress. Some people find that to be just a little bit more and just what they're after. So taking your expression, so finding that stillness. And if you want, you can place the bolster underneath the hips. All the same variations with the bolster under the hips. So arm position, legs, opening up, rolling back. Just finding that combination that gives you the stress that you want today. Probably going to be coming all the way up that right hand side of the body, particularly if we've got our arms over our head. And now just coming to the other side. So in your case, just literally rolling over. Roll over to the other side. So this time we're going to be targeting the left oblique. If still none of these options, whether the bolster is under the oblique or under the hip, are giving you enough, you can add a block underneath the bolster and then come either in the bolster there or under the hip. So again, just finding that edge, relaxing the muscle. As you relax, maybe finding the posture's opening up a little bit, so finding that the left oblique is opening up around there. Straightening one or both of our legs, deciding whether the arms are above or alongside, and even deciding if we're going to take that top leg back a bit and open up the body. So now just breathing into the side of that body. Breathing into that left oblique. Maintaining our stillness here. And just enjoy the stress. And now just gently coming back to lying flat on the back. Again, taking our opportunity to just review. So take your focus and your attention to the sensations that arise. So our next target area is the back, the thoracolumbar and the cervical. So whole of the back coming up into the neck and the cervical spine area. Two very different ways that we can target that. We can either just fold forward, as Vanessa is going to demonstrate. We're not targeting the hamstrings here. We're wanting to target this area here in the back and the neck. So what we want is to maintain a nice curve in the spine, not a rounded spine, which will really open up the back there and allow the head to fold forward so that the cervical spine gets the stress as well. The other option is to almost do the same but on your back and to roll backwards. So if you're comfortable, you might start here, bring the knees to the forehead. You might extend, supporting the lower back there with the hands. You might extend the legs, the feet towards the mat. And then you might allow the knees to bend towards the mat. Now again, we don't want to be pulling the knees down to the mat here. Just allow gravity to bring us down gradually. The arms can be out, folded across the back of the knees. They can be back here to support us, wherever we're comfortable. And again, if we're not comfortable in that posture, after we've tried it, we might just want to simply roll forward and come into the forward fold that Vanessa is in. So whichever version you're in, back and the neck, all nicely relaxed. Finding some stillness, maintaining our stillness here. And now if you're in the forward fold, just coming back to a seated position. If you're in the snail, supporting the back, the hips with the hands. Maybe bringing the knees back to the forehead again before you gently release the hands and roll. Come into a rebound, so lying flat on the back. Finding some stillness. Inhaling and exhaling. So our final posture is essentially a twist, a spinal twist at its core, but it does also target quite a number of other target areas throughout the body, and that's why you'll find it's a favourite with many people, including us. So let's get into it, starting lying on a front. And come up to on your elbows again, so a Sphinx pose. From here we're going to take the left hand, so we're going to bring the left hand forward and support our head. We're going to bend that right knee and bring that up to the side into what our teacher Joe Fee calls the beach pose. From here we're going to take the left leg, and this is quite an essential part, so take the left leg, we're going to walk that out towards the left hand side as far as you can, bending it up, and then reaching back with the right hand to hold it either at the ankle or the foot. You're going to get you already feel the spinal twist, but you can also feel a nice deep arch or bend in the spine. So here, just finding that edge, relaxing the various muscles. We need some muscular engagement here to hold that back foot. You can either choose to stay here if you wish, or if you're comfortable, just allowing this right shoulder to roll back towards the mat. Keeping hold of that bent leg, and just taking the left arm out to the side or up above. And maybe exploring the position of the head. Again, you're going to find That certainly changes things quite significantly. If you're finding that the shoulder's not down to the mat and that's uncomfortable, you can support yourself with a bolster. But otherwise, just exploring the connective tissue stress in the left hip flexor, maybe coming up this front side of the body, the rectus abdominis, the obliques. A wonderful deep spinal twist all the way up the spine. So now gently releasing the back leg and come to the other side. Flip around. So again, on the elbows, supporting the head, bend the left knee, bring it up to the side, coming into the beach pose, bending that right leg up, grabbing that with the left hand at the ankle or the foot, making sure of course that we have walked it out first, and then deciding whether we're going to stay here or maybe roll back. Allow that left shoulder to roll back. Again, if we need to, we can grab a bolster and put that behind this shoulder, around the back, so that we're more comfortable. The shoulder doesn't have to come to the floor. Maybe exploring the effect of the different head positions and just finding some stillness. And just gently releasing the back foot and rolling onto your back, ready for our Shavasana. So in your own time, just coming to lying on your back, closing the eyes. If we're comfortable, closing the eyes. If we're not, just maintaining a soft gaze towards the ceiling. Bringing our attention initially to the breath. So just allowing the body to return to natural or relaxed rhythm of breathing. Feeling the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. As we breathe in through the nostrils, drawing the air and the energy that comes with it down into the body. And as we exhale, moving the air and the energy up the body. So drawing the air in and exhaling. Moving the energy down and moving the energy up the spine. Taking a couple of breaths now. And now a couple of deeper breaths in and out. Deeper breaths to just bring some more energy back to the body. Maybe wriggle the fingers and the toes. Another deep breath or two. And then when you're ready, just gently roll over onto one side and slowly push yourself back up into a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. Maybe just dropping the head towards the mat. And then again, when you're ready, slowly blink the eyes open and look forward. Namaste. That concludes our practice today. Thank you for taking the time to practice with us.